What up, TMS family? And today is Sunday, March 28th, 2021. Here on the 2 Month Show, it's always real talk about real people. And I'm your host, MT, and with me is my co-host,
Mr. Jones, aka Sam Jones, and Mr. Come First, because you gotta respect me. And we live another Sunday, brother. How you feel today, man?
man. Listen, man, it's been a tough week. I'm not gonna lie about that, but however, I'm starting to feel a little bit better, especially being on this show. And for the people that don't know, that today's show, man, is basically viewer's choice. So everybody who's at home watching, if there's a topic or anything that you want us to discuss or you want to discuss with us, get our take on it, man, we are here, man. Just throw it out there in the comment section. And hey, we'll even bring you on here live if you want to debate it.
Yeah, I ain't talking Drake.
Yeah. Nah, man, we're gonna talk everything.
Drake is bad. We talking about everything but Drake. But what you want to start the show with? I guess the usual.
Yeah, so NFL, so huge trade that went on between the Eagles, the 49ers, and the Dolphins. So let's go ahead and talk about that. I actually have the notes, Mr. Jones, right here for the people. And yeah, man, this was crazy what these teams were able to get. So the Eagles, what they did was they traded down 6 spots and they got the number 12 overall pick from the Dolphins. They also received the 123rd pick from the Dolphins, which I think is like a 5th or 6th round or something like that. And then in next year's draft, they get the Dolphins' 1st round pick.
Wow.
And so what the Dolphins get from the Eagles, they get the number 6 overall pick this year's draft.
They get a quarterback.
You think so?
No, you said the Dolphins or the Eagles?
No, the Dolphins. But the Eagles have the number 12 pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, they need to get mine. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the Dolphins, they have the number 6 overall pick, which came from the Eagles. Sorry, I'm gonna try to slow it down a little bit because it's a lot. It's a lot to process. Then they have the 156th pick from the Eagles, which is like a 5th or 6th rounder as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2022, they have a 1st round pick from the 49ers because they gave up their number 3 overall pick. The Dolphins did for this year. So they got their they got the 49ers 1st round pick for next year and a 3rd round pick from the 49ers and a 2023 1st round pick from the 49ers.
Wow.
So to me, man, the Dolphins definitely made out with this trade.
What you think the Dolphins trying to get with the 3rd pick? Why are they trading up?
Well, no. They traded up. Remember, they traded up to get the number 6. And honestly, what I think they
who got the 3rd pick?
So the 3rd pick is the 49ers. I think that they're going after a quarterback.
Yeah. Garoppolo gone.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about it. Who would you get if available?
Man, it's some good. I saw some good pro days. I would probably get the guy from BYU, Zack Wilson. I like him.
I like Zack Wilson too. He has physical tools. He's good out the pocket and all that. He has good ball placement. Accuracy may be an issue. I mean, any mobile quarterback, they always going to say accuracy is an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But that's something that can be improved on. But you can't, coach speed. You can't coach footwork. You know what I mean? Some of that is in you.
Absolutely.
I think
his footwork. I like him
one. Honestly, I can see why people would pick Trevor Lawrence and all that, but as far as like an NFL prospect, I think he could work with more.
Well, here's the thing too. I understand Trevor Lawrence, but
I like Zach. Honestly,
yeah, I do too. I like Zack Wilson better, and I'm not sold on. He's got a big arm. The Alabama quarterback, what's his name? Mac Jones. Am I correct? I'm not sold on him. I mean, we all know how those Alabama quarterbacks pan out in the NFL.
What about Fields?
Justin Fields? I wouldn't take him over. I wouldn't take him over Zack Wilson.
Nah, I think Zach number 1. Honestly, the best quarterback.
I think he is too. But I think he's gonna fall.
The Trevor Lawrence, they try to make him. They got to have that one can't miss every year.
Exactly.
I guess this his year since he come from that system. But you want to compare him to Deshaun Watson in college? Come on, man.
No, you can't.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't at all.
I like the BYU kid too.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely like him. So, all right. So with that being said, so we got that out the way. Also, I think I talked about it on Wednesday, but I'll just reiterate it for the people on the back that couldn't hear. So the Buccaneers, I was getting ready to say the Patriots. The Buccaneers are the first team since 1979 to literally bring back all 22 starters after a Super Bowl win.
Wow.
That means the 11 men on offense and the 11 men on defense that started last year are all coming back. Everybody.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like no excuse if they do repeat. But the crazy thing about it is bringing back all your starters. I mean, it ain't hard to study tape.
I mean, but here's the thing, though. Studying tape, remember, they didn't get an off season. So they had to go through the season. That was their off season. But now they get an off season because the world is opening back up. So they get to work on timing. They get to work on hand signals, eye movements, everything. Bro, it is going to be dangerous. 13-3 this season for the Buccaneers.
They get it last year, so they gotta get it this year.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Obviously, I jumped out the window last year.
Yes, I'm glad you admit. I'm glad.
Yeah. I jumped out the window, but I mean, this year, come on, man. Unless barring a serious injury, they're going 13-3. Think about it. They're first of all, they got 6 wins coming for the division alone. The Saints are in turmoil. We know the Carolina Panthers are trash, and we know that the Atlanta Falcons are trash. That's 6 wins right there in their conference.
At least 5. Taysom Hill might take one. That motherfucker unpredictable.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing too.
A better version of Tebow. He's gonna have a great game, but he's gonna have sorry games at the starter.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you another thing too, which is gonna be crazy, my brother. I can already see it right now. Oh, the only reason why the Buccaneers record was so good was because Tom Brady benefited from a poor division, just like he did when he was with the Patriots. I can already see it. I hear the excuses already. I hear it.
Ain't his fault. It's the same squad.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't his fault.
But I can hear it.
We talk about 22, not 5. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Cause that's a different excuse in the NBA, but in football, like everybody wants to stay. You know how much money is out there once you win the Super Bowl that instantly?
Exactly. Now, granted, most of the people that were brought back, it was for 1-year deals. But however, I think that's just to free up cap space, bring in some more money. That way you can really sign the people that you want. Because some of these people are on their way out the door as far as the NFL. Like Ndamukong Suh, I got him playing maybe 1 or 2 more seasons, then he's going to retire. He doesn't have anything left to prove.
Yeah. How long he been in the game?
Let me check. Let me double check. Because think about it like this. He's not going to get into the Hall of Fame because of his actions on the field. Between his attitude, the dirty playing.
People did worse. People did worse today in there as far as on the field.
They have done worse.
It ain't like he was Albert Hainsworth and he stole money.
That's true. All right, so he's been in the league since 2010. So he's been in the league. Yeah, he's been in the league since 2010. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He probably got 1 or 2 more seasons and then he'll just go ahead and retire. But I don't see him. And if he is Hall of Fame, I don't have him being first ballot.
Nah. But then again, other than like Dion, like who really is like sure first ballot on a defensive player? Well, Ray Lewis.
I mean, Ray Lewis. I think Charles Woodson. He's a first ballot.
Is Ed Reed first ballot? Yeah.
Ed Reed made it first ballot. Troy Polamalu. I think Troy made it first ballot as well.
That was a hell of an error for defense.
It was.
Because that's when the rules started too. That's when all that stupid them damn rules started.
Yeah, like, the helmet.
Yeah, imagine them days playing in the 70s.
Yeah.
But now Ray Lewis was talking about it the other day, and to bring up defense, I'll put you on the spot real quick, give you a little rapid fire, and when I name a position, give me who you think the all-time great at the position is. Okay. Who you think is the best linebacker that ever played?
Best linebacker ever? It's a tie, but I'm gonna go with my old school people gonna kill me for this, but I'll go Ray Lewis.
Wow, LT.
Yeah, man, because the thing is, LT had good anticipation and he hit you hard, but to me, Ray Lewis was the quarterback of the defense. You know what I mean? Like he called out certain coverages. He told the secondary, like, hey, they about to run, y'all need to come up, or hey, play back, they going deep, things like that. And even Peyton Manning, you know, with the offensive minded guru that he is, he even said it. He said literally him and Ray used to just go back and forth. He said it was fun, but he hated it. Basically, to paraphrase, because every time Peyton would go start making his signals, here come Ray, you know, trying to figure out what he was saying, and then yeah, got to be Ray. And then Ray would turn around and then do the same thing, call out signals to the defense and everything like that. So, yeah.
Over LT, I can't, like, teams literally game plan for LT. LT changed the game forever. It wouldn't be
he
a
changed it.
One for LT.
He's a pioneer, but it's one of those things where you got pioneers, like you have your Cool G Raps, you got your Biggie Smalls, you got this and that, but can you honestly say that all of them are better than Jay-Z?
No.
Only
person I argue is Rakim. That's another story.
Okay. All right, so go ahead, throw out another one.
All right, what about defensive end?
Best defensive end of all time. Sheesh. I would have to go with Reggie White.
You said Reggie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that's a no-brainer to me. That's a no-brainer to me. It's like no one's even close to Reggie White.
Yep. All right. Who else?
What about defensive tackle? Now that's a hard one.
It is, because it's a lot of them, and I mean, Aaron Donald is slowly creeping up there, but you got.
Do you think when he retires he'll be number one? Because that's the question right now.
I think so. The fact that he's undersized and he's been able to accomplish what he's been able to do, win 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards. Yeah, so I'm going with Aaron Donald.
He's probably first ballot right now if he retire. To be honest with you.
Oh, he definitely is.
But I don't know. The only person I argue with that is Sapp. I ain't really.
Yeah, Warren Sapp.
Yeah, it'd be Sapp on Aaron Donald, but yeah, I think Aaron Donald would be number one. Now to go on the offensive side, what about running back?
Greatest running back of all time. People not gonna like this. Well, it's either one or two people, and I'm torn. But I think I know where you're gonna go, so that's why I'm gonna pick this person. I'm just gonna say Emmitt Smith.
I would say Emmitt as well.
Oh, okay, I thought you was gonna say Jim Brown because he averaged 5 yards a carry his whole career.
Jim Brown. It's different with Jim Brown. Like, I would say Emmitt because I seen him in my lifetime, like extensively. He's the reason why I even fell in love with the sport football. But come on, let's be honest though, man. Emmitt had an all-time great line. But shout out to him. This is the thing. The game in '94 when he separated his shoulder and he still beat the Giants. And had like 200 all-purpose yards. That's when I was like, Emmitt is the GOAT running back. But when it comes to like players all around, Jim Brown might be the greatest player ever. I love Tom Brady. Trust me. When it comes to winning, no one's close. He is the GOAT. But like just the like just all around player mentality, like you should model yourself out there, Jim Brown. The dude purposely never ran out of bounds. He thought that was such a bitch move.
Yeah,
like he was a warrior. That's why I'm like, man, Jim Brown though. But honestly, Emmitt, man, Emmitt.
All right.
You got. Because one thing about it is the line can give you the hole, but you still gotta know how to hit it.
Exactly, because as we even seen, the line gave Zeke some holes this past season, and he was missing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think Emmitt ever missed a hole that was open. And did I think he was underrated as a dual threat? Like Emmitt could catch out the backfield.
Oh, he definitely could have.
I mean, till LT came and threw the ball and everything. I mean, he had the most touchdowns of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 27 in one season.
Crazy. All right, keep throwing them out there. Let's go.
All right, fullback. The dead position.
Yeah, greatest fullback, I guess. I don't know. I would say I like Larry Sellers.
He was decent.
It's either between him or Mike Allstott. I'll go Mike Allstott.
Yeah, I like Moose a lot. Moose was cool, but who dude used to play for the Seahawks? He used to play for the Seahawks. He was a hell of a blocker. I forgot his fucking name.
Dude that played for the Seahawks. Oh, I can't remember his name. I can't remember.
Was it Lorenzo Neal?
Yeah, no. Lorenzo Neal was a San Diego Charger. He might have been a Seahawk as well, though. He might have been. But, man, after that, it's a dead position. Let's keep it moving.
It's a dead position.
It's a dead position. Let's keep it moving.
All right, what about safety?
Safety, I'm going with it's tough. Because,
look, my bad. Look, Dominic already said it, bro. I'm going with him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know who you're going with. You're gonna go with Ed Reed, which is fine. Because here's the thing: that year that Ray Lewis went down because of the Madden curse, Ed Reed was out there being the quarterback of the team. But if there's one more person that I could put up there with Ed Reed, I'm gonna go. Thank you all for the comments too. And like I said, this is viewer's choice, so y'all throw it out there, man. Whatever topic, anything y'all want to discuss, we here to talk about it. I would go with, if we can't agree on Ed Reed, I would go with Ronnie Lott.
Whew.
Yeah, I would go with Ronnie Lott. Ronnie Lott would take, but the best covering safety is definitely Ed Reed by far. But overall safety hits you hard and everything and be able to cover you, and was an all-pro in two different positions in DB and safety, you got to go with Ronnie Lott, man. You have to.
If that's the case, how you explained it, you got to go Rod Woodson then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, Rod Woodson did it all in two positions. Pro Bowler in both positions.
Pro Bowler, but all-pro?
Hold on.
Was he all-pro? But was he all-pro?
I believe so. More than once.
Here's the thing, great one, DeVore. The reason why I say I don't rock with Palomalu all the way around.
He lost the Super Bowl.
I'm about to say that. He gambled too much and cost his team the games trying to play hero ball. When you try to play hero ball and you mess up your team, I can't do that. I can't give you that one.
He tried to play the line and play the rush. Wide open touchdown. That happened twice during the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And honestly, he had a bad foot.
He did. And here's another thing too. When you have that and you can't move around like that, you just have to play your position, which is being in the backfield. Now, don't get me wrong. Him jumping over the pile, with anticipation to sack the quarterback before he can handle it was definitely great. But at the same time, But again, when you're trying to play hero ball and you lose it for your team, can't give you that one.
Exactly. Well, I ain't gonna even name cornerback because we all know it's prime time. Well,
of course, it's prime. Prime is 1A, and then 1B is 1B actually just gave his life to Christ this morning. You know what I'm saying? So salute to him.
This morning?
Yeah. I was going through. Yeah, I was on IG and he says Jesus. He was saying the sinner's prayer. He said, Jesus, I know that I'm a sinner, and I know that you are the Savior. I ask you to forgive all my sins and remove all my shame. I invite you to come into my heart and be the Lord of my life, and I'll follow you all my days from this day forward. So for those of y'all that don't know who may be new to the show, Goatland has Jalen Ramsey. So man, I'm looking for a great season from him now. My man done found some peace.
Definitely.
He done found some peace.
He gonna end up doing the Derrick Jackson. As soon as I turn my life over to Christ,
everything fell apart.
I can't stand that nigga, I swear. That man answered this old Joe to the third egomaniac. Like, I didn't know they exist that bad. Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
But yeah.
All right, so what else? Who we got? We don't even need to talk about quarterback. That's already sewn up. We already know who the best quarterback is.
It's Thomas.
Edward Patrick Brady III, okay? The man who single-handedly brought vacation commercials to Tampa Bay, okay? Now the ads and everything, when I'm watching my Fire Stick, they show, hey, visit Tampa, Florida. That shit wasn't showing before TB got there.
It's all about Miami and Orlando, huh?
Exactly. That's all people talked about. But wide receiver, greatest wide receiver of all time. I think it's hands down. We know who that is too.
Mr. Sticker.
Exactly.
Jerry Rice, Mr. Sticker. Hot hands.
Exactly. And then I'm trying to think, is there anything else?
Now, number 2 will be T.O. to me.
Oh, of course. T.O.
That's really the question.
Yeah. Who's number 2? And it would be Terrell Owens, hands down. The man never really took a play off.
Yeah.
It's definitely T.O.
And he runs across the middle. I'm like, because like 2 players that always get, I guess, mistaken for the GOATs because they make good highlights and do good things was Randy Moss and Barry Sanders to me. Don't get me wrong. Barry Sanders had a lot of times where he's on a terrible ass team, a very terrible team. But in his career, he did have 3 Pro Bowl offensive linemen.
He did.
So it's not like he never really had a line. But the thing is,
I mean, here's the thing. All right, so Mr. Fleming, sorry to cut you off. He said Jerry had 2 Hall of Fame QBs his whole career. Nah, man. So here's the thing. T.O. benefited from one of those Hall of Fame QBs, and he also played alongside a Hall of Fame wide receiver. So with Jerry Rice. But Jerry, man, Jerry did it for 20 plus years, okay? Jerry went to Oakland, and we know how shitty Oakland is, and had 1,000-yard receiving seasons there in Oakland. So, I mean, come on.
On top of that, too, it's like, who's even close to breaking the TD record he got as a player?
Nobody. Honestly, the only other person who would have had a shot probably would have been Megatron if he didn't retire early. Maybe.
I mean, running back, anybody. I mean, quarterback different, but anybody.
T.O. was definitely the man after he left San Fran. He brought the Eagles hope with that Super Bowl. He definitely had Dallas electrified.
Oh, on a broken ankle, 9 catches, 122.
Yeah, now on a broken ankle that he had to sign a waiver that if he got hurt, he couldn't sue them. So, yeah, like, come on, man.
I mean, Jerry had 6 how many touchdowns he had that one Super Bowl? 4? 5?
I think so.
Receiver?
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's Jerry.
Exactly.
It's not even close.
Exactly. Come on,
the dude still holds like every receiver record of all time.
Exactly.
No,
it's Jerry Rice.
You know what I mean? It's a Wayne Gretzky in one sport, and then it's a Jerry Rice on the other sport. Like, it's not even close. Then there's a Michael Jordan in another sport. Jerry Rice in these conversations.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Great point, Paris. Jerry was more sure-handed than T.O. Yeah, because T.O. used to get open, and T.O. used to drop a lot of passes.
He did for Dallas.
He sure did.
Romo used to drop dimes. That show used to.
I mean, but here's the thing, though. Great one. He made a good point as well. Any route T.O. ran, it was a threat to take it to the house. But you could say the same thing about Jerry Rice as well. Yeah, and here's the thing. Jerry wasn't even the fastest when it came to his 40 time, but what he had was in-game speed. They said he was one of the fastest as far as in-game speed in the history of the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said because he had Montana.
Here you go.
Oh, come on. Jerry made Steve Young, bruh. You know what Steve Young was before he went to the Niners?
I was about to say that. He was a nobody. And Jerry can run every route on the route tree too.
Because let's be honest, like old man Joe Montana still has some of the tank. You see that in 94.
Mm-hmm.
They let him go because it'd be all right. He got Jerry.
Yep.
What the hell? Get the hell out of here. Exactly. Jerry can run. Jerry can catch. Jerry's supposed to run a 4.6, but can beat any quarterback in the league. Jerry had 100 yards against Dion before. Get the hell out of here.
Exactly. And that's definitely saying a lot.
Come on, man. Get out of here. It's Jerry.
Definitely is. You know, since my guy, he didn't allow 100-yard receiver this season, but I digress from my point.
What, DK Metcalf is on Jerry Rice level? Get the hell out of here. Get out of here.
I'm just saying. But go ahead. All right. All right. So that's good. So we talked about who's number 2 at wide receiver. All right. So we got all of that out the way. Yeah, and Jerry. Yeah, he would. I mean, T.O. blocked as well, though. T.O. did block.
I mean, nobody has Ward though.
Hell no. Boy, Hines Ward used to separate people's jaws, boy. Yeah, he gave people broken jaws.
He the reason why they banned the crackback, honestly.
Mm-hmm. He's the exact reason. All right. So that's NFL, man. You want to throw out some NBA news? So, Mr. Jones, so a post was put up in the Too Much Show debate group. And this is not to, put my brother, shame him, but he fell into the trap which the media wants a lot of people to do and make it Kyrie Irving. This is why I'm wearing this hat. Public enemy number 1. And essentially, Kyrie Irving took a break from the team. He wasn't with them on a 3-game road trip. So, of course, Mr. Jones was like, oh, here we go with the bullshit again and everything like that. And I said, listen, we all, guess what? We all work all year round. We take PTO from our jobs, and the only people that need to know why we're taking PTO, honestly, is our family and the person who's approving the PTO. That's it. It's nobody else's business. If you decide to volunteer it to your coworkers, then that's cool. Mm-hmm. But as far as them being obligated to know, there's only 2 people that need to know why you taking PTO: your family and the person who's granting your PTO. That is it. And that's all I was trying to say. And Lord and behold, congratulations to Kyrie Irving. Okay, just had his 29th birthday, and now he's going to be a dad. Well, he is a dad. Yeah, this is his first. He is a dad. His fiance just gave birth to their first child.
Yeah, congratulations.
Mm-hmm. But
every once in a while, we live in a culture where we get caught up into the headlines.
Of course.
And we forget about the actual facts of it. I mean, they did say to just take a family trip and it's around his birthday. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you doing? But
I mean, here's the thing,
though. The world stops when your child is born, especially if you're in the same city.
Oh, of course. I mean, and the thing is this, another thing that I don't have a problem with. I don't have a problem with these players. Here's the thing. It's getting now, like COVID has changed everybody's mental ability, everybody's mental mentality. Mm-hmm. It has. It's even had an effect on mine. Okay, to the point where I'm just like, look, I got to get away for a few days. I just have to recharge. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so I don't see a problem. And I know which is old school way and everything where players, we're used to the players playing 80 games or, all 82 games and being an Iron Man and things like that. Sometimes you need that break. And with the way that social media is now and how it's a double-edged sword where obviously you needed to grow your brand, but your brand can also suffer some damage from it as well. It's just good to be able to take a break, even if it's just for 3 or 4 days. It's good to just be able to take that break, disconnect from social media and just recharge and just come back stronger. It just is.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And I think like that's what we as the fans have to get into the mode of is, yes, I get it. You may be a season ticket holder or you may have purchased tickets in advance in hopes to seeing a certain player. But if a player needs a break, I don't see the issue with it. I would rather them do that than them go insane or snap and then they start abusing drugs, abusing pills, things like that, and then ruin their career.
It all depends on the reason why to me. A child being born, I can understand that. But just
even if it was just to be around his family for his birthday, I don't see a problem with it. Like, it's his birthday, his family wants to spend time with him.
What is your thoughts on that?
I'm okay with it. You know why? Because
I'm
okay with load management. And the reason why
it made the game soft. It made the game soft.
It made the game soft, but it also made playoff basketball to me a lot better. Because even Stephen Curry said it. they were so busy when they were chasing that, trying to beat the Bulls, the 72-10 Bulls, I believe it was. They were so busy trying to beat that, that record, which they did, that when they got to the finals, they were exhausted.
That's like a fucking excuse to me. Because you know what the Bulls mentality was that whole season? None of this shit means anything if we don't get a championship. They were just there to ball.
They were.
And another thing, 33-year-old Michael Jordan played 82 games.
He did. And I give him his credit for that. I have no issues with that. But let's
that
also
not played the Cleveland Cavaliers on a Tuesday.
But guess what? But here's another thing.
So he deserved that shit, but he did it.
Can I say this? So you sat up here and you said that he played all 82 games. What did he do the season before that? How many games did he play?
I don't know how many he played in baseball.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He took a break from the sport. So he was charged up. And plus, and here's the thing, though. You can't compare everybody to Mike.
He ain't leave because he ain't want to play this team on a road trip. Man left because his father got murdered. And he won 3 in a row. He literally retired. There's a difference between retiring and just taking a 2-game break. The man retired.
Here's the thing. All right, Mr. Fleming has a question for you, Mr. Jones. Hold on. I just had it up there.
You come on live.
No. But just answer the question. Why don't these people deserve time off like everyone else?
It's called off season. They get a couple of months in a row.
And a lot of times those couple of months they still have to train and everything.
And then honestly, responsibility comes with your salary, unfortunately. It's what you signed up for. It's in your contract. You have the right to negotiate your contract.
Exactly.
And so your ass belongs to them during the season.
And guess what? It is. Okay. So guess what? Exactly. They are working all off season. And let me just say this, Mr. Jones. I like what you just said. So you belong to them. So if them, meaning the organization, says that it's okay for you to have a few days off, what's wrong with that?
Nothing, but don't be crying when you say you ain't win a championship or anything like that. I mean, it's high risk, high reward. It's high risk, high reward.
But here's the thing. Where the Nets at right now?
It's too many excuses. Keep it real. You lost because I wanted to take a few games off. That's because we lost.
Hold on. Let me ask you this. First of all, he's not doing this in the playoffs. He's doing the regular season. And where the Brooklyn Nets at? Can you please tell me where the Brooklyn Nets at as far as the Eastern Conference? Where are they at right now?
3rd?
No. They're number 2. They're a game behind the Philadelphia 76ers. And that's with no KD and with no Kyrie. And Harden is literally shouldering the load right now. They're number 2. So, again, if we're able to still be effective as a team, and now they just brought Aldridge on this, since we want to talk about the NBA news, they brought Aldridge on this. So you got Blake Griffin, you got Aldridge, and you got James Harden. I have no problem with KD resting.
3 people that don't do shit in the playoffs. 3 people that don't do shit in the playoffs.
It'll be different.
Prove themselves.
It'll be different this season. I guarantee it. I'm assuming that his autocorrect kicked in, but no. And actually, if you watch Wednesday's show, Mr. Jones, I said that LeBron shouldn't come back until AD is back. So I'm assuming Kenton is supposed to be LeBron. So yes, I'm okay with LeBron being out indefinitely until AD is back. Why? Because you want them both healthy. Because I'm going to tell you right now, LeBron coming back or trying to force coming back from the ankle injury that he had, that's not going to do the Lakers any justice if he re-injures it before the playoffs. So he needs to sit out. If he needs to take 8 weeks off, do it. All I want to do is see him.
I mean, it's different when you pay thousands of dollars to sit in the front row and the dudes you want to see ain't there. At that point, you're losing money. But personally, you wouldn't be pissed if that happened to you?
Would I be pissed? Yes. But would I understand? Yes. Because at the end of the day, life itself is a risk. Nobody told me to spend $1,000 to sit up there in the front row to see that. Nobody did. Nobody told me to. That's my choice.
If it's a risk to buy a ticket to a game, you would never see me at another one. If that's the case, Because if it ain't injury, fuck that. If it ain't injury, you gotta be out there at least a few minutes. At least a few minutes.
No, you don't.
Unless it's a birth of a child like Kyrie, or somebody in your family got murdered. I understand that too. But there ain't too many other reasons.
Sir, again, with social media and everything being the way that it is good to just have that recharge. I'm sorry. I will always support that. And I have no problem with LeBron taking time off for the birth of his child or taking, time off for his birthday to spend with his family, especially during COVID and the restrictions and everything that the NBA had going on for these players. I have no issues with it at all. Sorry, Paris, you won't catch me disagreeing on that one. I'm okay with LeBron doing that. I am perfectly fine.
For his birthday too, huh? If it was really his birthday, you've been fine with that.
Yep, even if it was for his birthday, I would have been absolutely fine with it. Spend time with your family, sir. And COVID, if it's one thing that I've learned during this whole quarantine and COVID and everything, you can't take life for granted at all. You cannot.
Yeah.
Your loved ones will literally be here today and gone tomorrow because of that bullshit.
I mean, that can happen at any moment, at any time.
I mean, it can, but again, we have another factor that's playing into it. I'm not talking about gun violence. I'm not talking about, a stray bullet or something hitting somebody, or I'm talking about COVID. And the fact that we've all had to sit in the house and basically be cooped up with loved ones and then couldn't see other loved ones because of travel restrictions or, whatever else. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, COVID did change everything in society.
And it did. It has changed everything. And now, and since we're talking about COVID, let's go ahead and talk about the bullshit right now that's about to start happening, and how once again society has found a way to separate people, where the vaccinated folks are going to benefit, and then the persons or the people who are not vaccinated may not. So one of the things a lot of airlines now are requiring is if you could show your vaccination card and everything, or show them that you've been vaccinated, it'll be easier for you to travel internationally now.
Yeah.
The Miami Heat are opening up closer seats to the players, but guess who's the only people who have the benefits to those seats? People who have been vaccinated.
Seriously?
Yep. They announced it starting April 1st. They are going to offer closer seats now to the court, but you have to have a vaccination card. Yep, they're going to force everyone to get it. Yeah, because they are, and that's what they're doing. They're slowly working it. So now you got other teams and everything that are getting on board.
My thing is, I'm not totally against it if you decide to do it.
I'm not either. I have no problem.
It's a choice like getting a flu shot every year.
Yeah, honestly, I have loved ones who have already gotten a vaccination.
Same.
So I don't have an issue with it. My thing is just let it be my choice. Don't tell me, hey, you can't travel, or hey, you can't come to sporting events unless you can show a vaccine card.
Yeah, that's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it makes it seem like it's an agenda at that point.
Exactly.
But as a business, you have a right to serve whoever you want to, though. It's your business, so.
Yeah. And then here we go. Mr. Fleming just educated us on something else. Out here in Jersey, Rutgers University, that's right down the way. Hold on. Yo, I think we clicking on it at the same time. Go ahead. Go ahead. You post it up there. Yeah, so Rutgers University is saying no students can be on campus this fall if they don't get the vaccine. So that means you have to go back to online learning. You are not allowed to report to the campus unless you have the vaccination. And how long will it take before that spreads like wildfire to other universities and everything, who get donations from Moderna or Pfizer or everything like that, get on board with it and receive, extra government assistance?
I don't know. How do we know it stopped? I don't know. I never, seen like the effects it has on you and everything. Because I heard side effects from it and everything.
Yeah, I've heard side effects. I've heard some people once they get their first dose, their arm is sore the next morning. I've heard of people that get the second dose, their bodies and everything are aching along with their arm the next morning and things like that. There's also been other individuals who have passed away from the vaccine because of the reaction that it's had with their body.
Yeah, it should be a choice.
It should be. It
It's
definitely.
like you have a choice to take the flu shot.
Exactly. If this is so-called the land of the free and everything like that, guess what? We should be able to have a choice on what we want to inject in our body. And again, I completely understand Black people and people of color being hesitant on the vaccines. Like I said, if you want to take it, I'm okay with you
Yeah, I'm
taking it.
fine with
I have
it.
no issue.
Yeah.
But I understand people's hesitation about it as well, especially when you talk about the Tuskegee experiment and everything like that went on with Black people back in the day and how we were used as lab rats. So I'm okay with you taking it or not wanting to take it.
Yeah. But the choice should be yours. That's all we're saying.
Yep, pretty much.
The choice should be yours.
Yeah. All right. So NCAA basketball, even though I don't know any of the stars or anything like that right now, I think it's only like one. No, it's two number one seeds left in NCAA basketball. Actually, no, it is one, two. It's three of them. So Baylor is still in it. Michigan actually takes on Florida State today, and then Gonzaga takes on Creighton. Gonzaga's 13-point favorites. I smell an upset today. I just can't figure out who's going to get upset. I kind of want to go with UCLA over Alabama, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm not too sure.
I understand. Look, it got to the point, man. I'm not going to watch to the Final Four because there's nothing else on. I done feel so out of love with college sports because the corruption is just beyond ridiculous. I hate the fuck out the one and done rule. It ruined the game for me because now when you got the run and done rule, how many people really give a fuck? Like how many people gonna care? I'm going to the league next year anyway.
They don't care.
Possibly gonna be the first round pick.
And here's the thing.
And the thing is, it's not even only men's. Like the women are actually going through it too now with their rule. It's a player in high school right now. I forgot her name, but they said she could be number one pick in the draft already. But she got to go to college longer than a fucking year. Like it's crazy.
It is. I mean, women, they take it a little bit more serious about winning, but I think with the players.
Well, you don't play for UConn, you're going to lose.
Exactly. But with the men, a lot of times, man, what you get with the men players is like you said, they go to college, they go to BS around. They're taking a scholarship away from somebody who actually deserves it. And they're just there to play for one season to build their brand, be on social media, be on ESPN, make them all this money, and then go on to the league. That's it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, look at your hat. That's one of the people that didn't benefit from one and done. Zion and all them left, and look at the fuck they did. This is the worst I've ever seen Coach K have.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's one of the worst. Honestly, no, it was bad too after JJ and them left too. It was very bad when fucking Mason Plumlee was like the star of the team. Him and Johnny Dawkins' son, I forgot his name.
Yeah, but at least y'all made a play. I said playoffs. At least I made a tournament.
That's true. Yeah, we didn't even make the tournament this year.
Yeah. That damn day, I think y'all fake COVID, so y'all had to play the damn ACC tournament.
Hey man, I don't have an issue with it. Got to do what you got to do. All right, when you know it's gonna be bad, don't even waste your time.
Hey, nobody can't come to Duke. Nobody can't come to Duke in the fall. How about that?
Hey man, it is what it is with that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man. But what else?
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, I saw that comment. Yeah, they working on trying to take it away for religious exemptions. Yeah, they are. And once again, this is supposed to be the land of the free, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, only free we got is free market, baby.
That's it. And even then, even in the market, they want to limit some things about it. Look at what happened when they was trying to push Nokia. All Robin Hood shut all that shit down. Said, "Nah, we can't let you purchase this stock and run this up."
Yep, GameStop.
Yep, GameStop. They cut that off and caused GameStop to plummet. The funny thing is, GameStop is actually on its way back up. The shit
Which
went
is
all
crazy because it was hella stores going out of business here.
Mm-hmm. It
Because
was.
everything is an online market though. Everything is online. But little did they know, GameStop actually sell game codes too for online games.
But here's the funny thing about GameStop. So remember, they crippled that stock all the way till it got down to like $5 or $6 a share. That shit is back up to $180 a share now. So if you had caught it again back on that decline and just waited it out, your money, you would have been just fine after they allowed people to start buying it again.
I mean, now that's GameStop saved. This is how I would save GameStop. Just start going back classic. Sell the retro consoles and shit. Because like when it comes to new games and all that, focus more on accessories. Focus because it's a lot of rare accessories that people collect. Accessories. Like, fighting sticks and what I mean,
the gun from Mario
consoles and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they've already started with like the little. I've seen some in some of the windows where it's like they selling the mini Nintendos again, where they starting to sell those. Like, bring back the gun for Mario Duck Hunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, just bring this type of stuff back. Like, everything is starting to come back now. Like, it's getting to the point now where if you walk into a Walmart or a Best Buy, you see vinyl players out on display now.
Yeah, that vinyl's gotten very popular. Like, CDs are dying of vinyl, and it's crazy. But I mean,
CDs were dying. CDs were dying when streaming services really took off.
That's true. I ain't gonna lie, I was one of the few that had a Zune back in the day.
I had an iPod Touch. I did.
Yeah, I had an iPod Shuffle.
I remember that.
Arm clip joint.
I remember that.
Yeah, they got to just focus on the classic consoles because more people are talking about retro gaming. You know, me and my daughter played yesterday. She asked me to play with Sonic 2 on Sega.
Really?
Yes. That's how timeless these games are. Like, it's people want to play the original Mario.
Yeah,
because in the younger generation, because Mario's been around forever. Just like, I mean, Sonic 2. People want to play these games. Why not sell Segas? It's a lot of them still in circulation out here.
Oh, it definitely is.
Because that's one thing I love about the city I live in, because it's a lot of stores that just sells retro games and stuff.
Yeah, I'll be right back, Mr. Jones. Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, but in order for GameStop need to sell. They need to sell retro stuff. That's the only way they're going to really stay in the game. Because if you sell a modern disc and all of that, I mean, a lot of people go digital. A lot of people go digital. And then, like, with the rare consoles and all that, start collecting them and selling them. That's a good flip. You know how much money right now it is for, like, the Pikachu edition of the 64? Or freaking the gold first PlayStation? Or even that came out like a few years ago, the 20th anniversary PS4 with the original gray coloring and gray controller and everything. Like, have them and sell them more. Trust me, they keep you in the game. Or another thing is you can focus on anime. Start collecting more anime. But nah, that's how I would save it, real talk, to be honest with you. But I don't know. When it comes to society and it comes to the world and everything like that, the times we're in, it's like everything is coming back to normal and the anarchy and stuff just started. Like, for example, I live here in Vegas. You know, Vegas is the entertainment capital of the world. At one point, Vegas was shut down. Like, nobody was on the strip or anything. And now that, you know, we have a little glimmer of hope and everything, man, like, as of like 2 weekends ago, it looked like it's the new norm, man. Crazy thing is the strip is packed and everybody wearing masks. It got to the point when clubs and everything is open downtown again and everybody wearing masks. Like, bruh, It's crazy.
Where is open again?
I mean, like this
Oh, you
weekend.
talking about here?
Nah, Vegas here, like downtown this
Mm-hmm.
weekend. Like
Mm-hmm.
the clubs are open in Fremont and all that
They should be.
with
They should
masks
be.
on. I was already sweating and shit without it.
Yeah.
People go.
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. How can I put it? And I hate to put these businesses on the spot and things like that. They have you wear them because of the appearance if somebody was doing a drive-by. You know what I mean? Health department, whoever else.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Once you're inside, they're not going to regulate it that much, whether you have it on the mask. Trust me. I've taken a few trips to the South. It's like COVID don't even exist there. Like I had on my mask. They told me, hey man, you don't really have to wear that in here. The managers of the establishment is telling me this.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't have to waste your time wearing it. So as the world is opening up, man, I'm okay with it. All I'm gonna just say is, listen, everybody just needs to be careful. You do what you're comfortable with. If you still want to wear a mask, wear your mask. Me personally, I still wear mine. But
Right.
I have no issues with people just say, F it, I don't want to wear it.
I mean, some of them cool for design too and fashion sense.
Exactly.
Be honest, they kind of got creative with the mask and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, some people just don't want to be seen in public. It's great for celebrities.
That is true. It's definitely great. Even though some people still get spotted. All right, man. Since we talking about celebrities, since we talking about public, everything like that, I'm gonna see. Should we waste our time talking about Quavo and Sweetie or no? No.
Why not?
All right,
Yeah.
that's fine. Yeah, so Sweetie and Quavo, obviously they had a feud and everything going back and forth on, social media and everything. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. A lot of these celebrity couples and everything, a lot of this shit is staged. It just is. It's staged.
Ooh,
No, it is. Some of them
use the
actually
F
do
word.
fall in love. No, like some of them, man, some of them really do care about each other. Some of them are really in a relationship. As we can see, Cardi B and Offset, like they really serious. They done been through their ups and downs. They still together. So, you know what I mean? Like that's what's going on with that. But Quavo and Saweetie, yeah, maybe they might get back together. I know there was some rumors or whatever that he went and repoed the Bentley that he bought her for Christmas. But apparently they were false, allegedly. And it's another thing too that I just want to tell the people out there. Like people sat up in, oh, well, it was leased anyway. First of all, we're not going to sit up here and disrespect Lord Quavius like that. Like he doesn't have the money to just buy one outright. That's number one. Number two, even if it was leased and it's, supposedly so easy to get, where's your Bentley? Where's your leased Bentley at? Please show me. If it's so easy and it's so leased and it's so cheap to have and everything, where's yours?
Yeah.
That's the question that I have. And another thing that I laugh about, and here's the thing for somebody that may say, well, hey, it's a convertible or, it's a two-door, I have children. Okay, well, where's your leased Bentley Bentayga at? That's an SUV. It's third row seats in there, I believe. So guess what? You go get one of those. Where's
Yeah,
yours at? Where's yours?
that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
People got to stop with
But
that
my
bull.
thing is benefits. Like when you in that upper echelons, there's benefits by leasing cars. Though
Exactly.
you're gonna get the new one every year anyway.
Every single year. So why waste the time of spending $250,000 to $300,000 each time you say, "Hey, I want a new car"?
Yeah, like everybody ain't Jay Leno.
That is true. Everybody's not Floyd Mayweather.
Exactly.
So it is what it is. You got to do what works for you, man. That's all I got to say. But as far as that relationship, I'm glad that it didn't get too messy on social media because it seemed like it did. But well, it seemed like that's where it was headed to. But I'm glad that they were able to figure things out together. Now, something that's been trending lately, and I don't know what the hell is going on, is Nike and Lil Nas X apparently have a satanic collaboration where they're only going to make 666 pairs of Nike Air Maxes, but like satanic. Yeah, Air Max 97, like the satanic editions. And they're supposed to have an actual drop of human blood in them.
Yeah. It's supposed to come out like, I guess, next week or something like that. The 29th of March. They will sell for $1,000.
Really?
Allegedly.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that to me, for the people, you can't be upset at Nike. And the reason why I say you can't be upset at Nike is Nike has personally shown that it has supported Muslim culture, Asian culture, Black Lives Matter, everything. So at the end of the day, it may not be conventional or traditional by the US, but guess what? Satanists, they're people too. So if they want a special edition of some sneakers, hey, here's their opportunity.
Yeah. I ain't getting them.
I was about to say, me personally, will I have a pair? No, I will not. I will not have a pair.
Nah.
Because I don't even think that the resale is going to be that great on them. I think it's going to be one of those where it will be a high resale, but you'll be sitting on them for a while until one of those individuals really wants them.
But I think they're supposed to be like part of the whole new music video he got and all of that.
Okay.
You know, when they show the images of him, doing that fuckery.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah. All right. And so since we talking about artists, man, you want to talk about New Music Friday?
Please. Anything get off that bullshit.
All right. So how do you feel?
I just feel sorry that like his image appeals to the kids.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as New Music Friday, a lot of songs, I mean, a lot of people drop albums and all of that, but ain't too many that really going to have a lot of replay value.
That's understandable. I'm going to be honest with you, and you know I'm a huge fan of them, Young Dolph and Key Glock, but that Dumb and Dumber 2, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I was not really like a fan of it. It was pretty much
that shit trash.
It is. It's the same thing every single song. Every single song. It's always how icy they are. They F some other dude's bitch and what cars that they have. And again, I get it. And my thing is, if that's what you
like, what is so cool about, you know what I mean, fucking some other woman's, is it the whole control issue or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's smashing another man's woman. I guess it is. It's just being able to say, like, look, I'm a celebrity and I got your girl to cheat on me because I'm rich. So I guess that's their fascination with it.
All right, people get emotional. You get your ass whooped to smoke.
People definitely do get emotional, and when you bragging about something like that, that's what ended up leading to Young Dolph getting shot. Well, shot at first, and then shot in person when he was out there in LA when he ran into Gotti's crew, because Dolph was going too hard. Like, he literally was dropping albums and putting the album cover on there, Ho Gotti's baby mother, 24 missed calls and all that. Like, he was just being real disrespectful. It's one thing for you to smash somebody else's chick, but when you just keep egging it on and talking about it, let me tell you something. A man with pride,
it's wild to me. Now, I mean, if you get yours, you get yours. You know what I mean? If you on your single, but like, come on. You know what that do to people?
That's what I'm saying. That, I'm telling you right now, that sends somebody in a completely different mental space. It just does. And when you just keep talking about it, then the way social media is, we're hyping up everything. I'm telling you right now, it can literally cause for the most calmest man to make a crazy decision.
Yeah. And you might not even be the one to get touched.
Exactly. It may be somebody in your crew that get
It
tested.
may be her.
Yeah.
Yeah. You putting her ass in danger.
Yeah, but that Dumb and Dumber 2, I wasn't that big of a fan of it.
Oh yeah, that shit was Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And here's another thing too about it. Like I think it's like 19, 20 tracks. They literally just could have kept it 10 tracks. If that's what the theme of this was going to be with that bullshit that they did, it could have just been 10 tracks and they left it at that.
Niggas think they Huncho Jack. That's
Exactly. Exactly. I would listen to 20 tracks of Quavo and Travis Scott together before I listen to that.
easy. It's not even
Exactly. It's not even a debate.
yeah, it really not. Other than that, I did like the collaborate joint. I did like that joint. That shit was cool. The album that I posted on there, collaborate.
Okay, all right. I haven't listened to it yet. Is it R&B? What is it?
He usually be spitting,
okay,
but it's some R&B. It's almost like a childish NERD type vibe.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah, he be spitting though. He be spitting. It's decent.
Okay.
I mean, YB in the Mirror joint. That shit was better than Dumb and Dumber.
It was. Well, YB in the Mirror with 21 Savage was definitely decent. But to me, the song that stole the weekend for me, and I was just like, I don't know if it was just like perfect timing because of everything I got going on or what. But that Harder for the Next One with Moneybagg Yo and Future, that shit was fire. Only thing that was funny about that song was literally listening to Moneybagg Yo use the auto tune and sing on there. That shit was hilarious.
Why Future let him do that shit in the booth?
I don't know. Future should have said, "Nah, just leave that up to me, man. Let me take care of this."
Niggas got high together and said, "Fuck it."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the song, and it was kind of like a tribute to his boo or whatever, Ari and everything. So yeah, man, that was decent. It's definitely decent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's that's what that was for that. And I'm trying to think any new movies coming out. I know Kong versus Godzilla is coming out this week on HBO Max.
Well, it's TV shows. The new Mighty Ducks joint drop.
Yeah, I didn't get to see that. Oh yeah, and that's another thing too. Y'all can get upset with me all you want to. Fucking Snowfall this past Wednesday. Everybody, oh my gosh, Snowfall just keep getting better and better. That shit from Wednesday was borderline ass. Okay, I'm just gonna be real with you. That shit was average. It was. It was not better than the previous episode. It was decent. It was one of those that I hope that it connects the dots to the next one that is going on. But yeah, okay, great. Fat Boy got killed and Leon is still alive and got beef with Franklin. Oh well. Like at the end of the day, I was not impressed by this past Wednesday's Snowfall. I was not.
I mean, what you think of the season though?
The season itself was decent, but here's what I want to
tell you. It's not a lot of buzz though. Like not a lot of people talking about it like the previous season. Is it the worst season?
Out of all of the seasons that have happened, it's probably the worst season. It is, but I'm still going to say that it's a good season because what they're holding on to is literally what's going to happen to Leon after what he did accidentally, which was killing that little girl in the car. So I think like that's what they taking and running with it. And like before, like you had in the previous seasons, you had a couple different plots that were going on, and then the dots connected towards the end and things like that. But now what you literally have is Franklin trying to expand, and then Leon, and like when they gonna catch up to him to actually kill him for what he did.
They're gonna make Franklin kill him.
They probably are. It's gonna have to be Franklin. That's the only person that's gonna be able to get close enough to him to do it.
Yep. He's gonna regret it, but he's gonna have to do it.
Yep.
Probably be one of those situations you gotta get his ass or we get you type deals.
Exactly.
He's gonna be the greedy drug dealer like every other fucking show.
I mean, but here's what I will say: they gave him that ultimatum, like, "Hey, turn him over, or it's going to be some problems." And they literally, he came out and he actually told them, like, they was having a meeting out in the street, and he told them, like, "Hey, I'm not turning him over."
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I just wasn't impressed by this past episode like everybody else was.
I guess because they starting to kill off, like, people that get TV time on the show now.
Uh-huh.
And usually when that happens, shows go downhill.
Uh-huh.
Key example, Walking Dead. Like, people already start fading off for it, but like once they killed Glenn, that shit, nobody cared.
Yeah.
Then they
Listen.
could kill off the main nigga for like 10 seasons.
I got one nigga, I got two nigga, I got three nigga, that's four niggas. Four niggas bring five niggas, five niggas bring six niggas.
Shout out to the Goto Solo.
But yeah, but I wasn't that impressed. But yeah, as far as movies that are coming out, you do have Kong Godzilla. I'm not really like looking forward to that, but I guess I'll watch it just because, hey, I pay what I pay every month for HBO Max, so why the hell not?
A lot of people hyping it though. Kind of excited for it. I mean, the next big one obviously is Mortal Kombat to me.
Yeah, that is the one that I'm waiting on. But here's what's crazy to me. So like with HBO Max, I don't like how you have HBO Max, but then you still have to do a separate subscription for Cinemax to get like some of their other content. Because Cinemax used to rule that after dark shit. So yeah, you gotta pay. Yeah, so you gotta pay for a separate subscription to that, and like some of the movies that are shown on there. I think Franklin gonna get competition because Teddy need that money to fund Nicaragua. Yeah, might be Man Boy. Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. You got anything else for the people?
I mean, not too much. Not too much, really.
Playing
no next week because it's WrestleMania week next week. Am I excited for it? No. Am I going to watch it? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They did get rid of my precious network, but it's fine.
I did. And didn't they throw some of that shit on Peacock or something like that?
That's what that's what pretty much bought the network. I mean, at the end of the day, I think the end game is NBC Universal going to end up buying WWE. That's what I think is going to happen at the end of the day. Because they the only, if anybody could convince Vince to do it, it would be Dick Emersol and them.
Most definitely. Oh, real quick before we go, I guess we could spend a couple minutes on it. The Joe Budden podcast, man, is in turmoil again.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they work it out.
I hope they do too.
Because, come on, man, the dude can't fuck up every bag he had in his life.
But let me ask you this, though. Do you think that this is legit, or do you think that this is a publicity stunt to just like build more viewership and everything towards the podcast?
Probably a little bit of both. Just like anything else, it's celebritydom that goes wrong.
Yeah, because like another thing that went viral and then it came out later, because I was like, Boosie don't seem like this type because of the trouble that he's been through. Like when Lil Boosie, so there's a viral video going around now of Boosie, him slapping a guy when they was in a corner store and the baby was with him. Come to find out, he paid the guy $554 to allow Boosie to actually slap him to put it in a music video.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or for key example, Jay and Beyonce. Like, we know Jay was dogging. She put her in her music. She was sad. But what they do? Make Lemonade. Make her On the Run tour. They took advantage of the bullshit. They found the end game. And this could probably be an end game. That's all I'm saying. Like, it might be some real shit behind it, but they're going to hash it out. Because, like, why would they do it for viewership? They already the number one podcast in the world. Next to Joe Rogan.
I was about to say that, yeah, Joe Rogan, I think, is number one right now. Joe Rogan, and what's the name also is number one.
Yeah, Joe Rogan like the house during the Yeah, Joe Rogan, well, that's cheating. like Joe Rogan is like the Howard Stern of podcasts, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's gonna be number one for the rest of his life as long as he do it.
Mm-hmm.
There's too much name recognition, and like everybody goes on there.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I am shocked about is how well the Breakfast Club and all that's known, because like radio is almost dead. Radio is like dead.
Radio is dead, but they continue to push forward. They're definitely inspiring. You already know me, man. I listen to them faithfully. So I definitely appreciate them. And they still able to work it out. I mean, they're still able to work it out even with Angela Yee at times not being in the office, Charlemagne, DJ Envy not being in the office because he, out somewhere where he got a quarantine and everything. So Breakfast Club, they still holding it down.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And they went through their issues. I mean, I guess for the sake of the podcast, it should work out because I don't think it works without all three of them, because it was a podcast before they joined. The other two joined, and that shit wasn't getting no viewership like that.
Yeah.
All of them bring something equal to the table, I believe.
Oh, of course.
They may not have the name, but as far as like cohesiveness, as long as they all together, it's going to work out.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, but at the end of the day, I think that's all we got for the people. Thank you all for the comments. Thank you for everybody who participated in this. And I'm your host, MT, signing off, and with me is my co-host,
Mr. Jones, aka Sam Jones, the Mr. Come First because you got to respect me. WrestleMania next week. I hope it ain't shit.